So when it comes to speed training, there's two types of speed. There's linear speed, which is forward and back, which Frank just showed you, and there's lateral speed, which I'm going to go over now with Woody. The first part to being an athlete, being a good athlete, is looking like an athlete. And we always start by putting athletes into an athletic position. So right now I'm going to go ahead and put Woody into an athletic position. He's going to get his feet shoulder width apart, his head is up, his chest is up, and his butt is back. So now what I'm going to do is have him lower down, and now you'll see the difference. He loaded his joints, and he's going to become more explosive. He's able to put more power and force into the ground when his legs are bent, which will set him up for good, solid lateral movement. From this point, we're going to go ahead and transition Woody into his squat walks. So now he's going to get into his athletic position again, and we're going to have him move side to side. The key to this is being able to move while at the same time maintaining that athletic position. So when I say go, I'm going to have Woody move to his left. And every time he's checking himself, making sure his head is up, his chest is up, and his feet are straight. And while he's doing this, he's also engaging his core, pulling his belly button in. So he went left, now he's going to go ahead and sit back in there, and he's going to go right. These are your squat walks. Good. Good. So each time, each step he took, he checked himself, making sure his feet were straight and everything was in alignment. From here, we're going to go ahead and do squat pushes. So we're going to progress this squat walk progression, and we're going to add more power and more speed to it. So Woody's going to get on in there. I'm going to go through it with him. He's going to sit in here. He's going to lift his front side and push forward. Ready? Lift and push. Lift and push. Lift and push. Lift and push. And perfect. Good. So if you notice, what Woody was doing was he's pushing off the inside edge of his foot, again, driving force into the ground to project him in the opposite direction. Go ahead. Lift and push. Lift and push. Lift and push. Lift and push. Throughout this program, you're going to hear us put a strong emphasis on glute activation and utilizing the glutes, and that action is driven, this lateral action is driven by the glutes. The glutes, along with the adductors, will apply force into the ground and allow for that lateral drive. One more progression in our squat walk progression is a load and explode. Woody's going to go ahead and lift up, and he's really going to drive off that front side, off that back side, and push him forward. Sit and push, and push, and push, and push. Good. So as an athlete, you'll see that exercise in itself will challenge your balance, but at the same time, you'll get maximum explosion, driving into the ground and covering the most ground laterally. From here, we're going to go ahead and progress it again and add more speed to the movement. Woody's going to start on the line over here, and we're going to go into our shuffles. It's just going to be a straight shuffle, and each time he shuffles, he's going to check himself, shuffle, 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 check, and make sure his feet are in alignment, his head is up, his chest is up. Ready? Go ahead, Woody. Push, 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 set. Go ahead. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Good. One more time. Come all the way across and back. Good. As you'll see with Woody, he exhibits great body control, which is key, especially for those when you're on the base paths. It'll ensure that you won't get picked off. If you can control your body, you're moving in the right direction. Next, we're going to go into our shuffle, shuffle, stick. It's going to be 2 shuffles and a stick. He's going to accelerate through his shuffles and stick right there. Ready? Go ahead. Shuffle, shuffle, stick. Go. Shuffle, shuffle, stick. Go. Shuffle, shuffle, stick. Go. Shuffle, shuffle, stick. Good. So you'll see as Woody moves, he's going to have to try really hard to make sure his body doesn't drift. Once your body starts to drift, you're caught. Your body moves outside of your base of support. That's when you get in trouble. That's when you get picked off. That's when you don't play in the game anymore. Okay, next we're going to go into our directional shuffles. As a coach, I'm going to direct him. I'm going to point this way. I'm going to point that way. I'm going to point this way. I'm going to point that way. It's up to him to adjust to which way I'm pointing. Go ahead, Woody. Sit in there. Go. 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 Freeze. Right there. So that, again, is another drill where Woody has to exhibit great body control and ensure that he's staying over his base of support. So next we're going to go into our crossover steps and teach you how all the linear speed and lateral speed you just learned applies towards base running. A lot of times, as we travel around, we see baseball players all over the country set up to steal a base, and they take a negative movement. Their first step is not in the direction of second base. It's more in the direction back towards first, either pivoting their front foot and pulling back, or just going into a straight pull back, and go. What we're going to do now is go over with Woody a crossover step into an acceleration step. So what we're going to do now is we're going to have Woody set up on the line in his athletic stance, which we just went over, and we're going to go into a basic crossover step. He's going to go really slow, keeping his drive leg, his left leg, really close to his body, and coming in a nice tight line right across. Right across, and go. Good. And if you noticed Woody, what he did was he stayed closed on his front side. The key to this movement is staying closed as long as possible on that front side. We're going to go ahead and do it again. Again, nice and slow. Sit in there. Close the front side. Pay attention to that front foot. And go. That's it. The first part of this drill is going nice and slow, just learning that step across while staying closed. From here now, we're going to go into a drill that's going to help you stay closed for those that have a difficult time doing that. This is a great drill to practice with your friends or even a family member if you have access to one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick my foot even with Woody's toe right here. He's going to set up in his athletic position again. His head is up, his chest is up, and I'm pushing to keep his front side closed. And he's going to go ahead and come across nice and easy, right across nice and tight, just like that. We're going to go ahead and do it one more time for illustration purposes. Here we go. He's staying closed on his front side, nice and tight with that drive leg. Ready? Go ahead. Right across, and good. So his next mechanic after the crossover step is what we call an acceleration step. He's staying nice and tight right across and turning right into that tight acceleration step, which you learned from Frank with the wall drills earlier. Okay, here we go. We're going to put it all together now. I'm not going to block his front side. He's going to go slow, again, one more time, and then we're going to put it all together at a faster speed. Sit in there, go ahead. Right across, good. So now we're going to go ahead and put this into real time, full speed, and show you what it looks like when it all comes together. Here we go. He's going to go ahead right into his tight crossover, hard acceleration step, and he's going to go. Ready? Go ahead. Tight, boom.
So that's speed training. There's a linear component and a lateral component. I'm hoping you'll be able to take some of these concepts that we spoke about and pull it into your performance and strength and conditioning training program for baseball.
And each time you engage in a speed training session, make sure that you choose your focus, whether it be lateral or linear, and execute your plan.